Well, you've had a very busy career through the last few years since Sydney and such. But when you look at your career as a whole, was there one race or one result earlier in your career that was a big light bulb for you, that you knew there's something here for me?
There's actually a connection to Ottawa in that I went to, I lived in Australia for years. I went to high school there, and then I came back to Victoria. I moved to Victoria in 1997, but before, when I moved back from Australia, I moved to Kingston and spent some time swimming. I said, okay, I got to get on top of this swimming thing, because when I moved to Australia, I showed up at the pool. I said, I'm a swimmer. They said, oh yeah, we're Australian, we know swimming. So they said, well, you're 17, so there's the 17-year-old boys lane, and I looked over there, and they were going 100s on 110. That might not be my lane. And then I moved to the next lane, and I said, well, what time are they doing in here? And he said, they're going 115. I said, that made it also not be my lane. And I shifted all the way down, and eventually I got to the 13-year-old girls from the girls' school, and I said, this is my lane. And so I moved back from Australia, and I was a bit better swimmer then by then, and I moved to Kingston Blue Marlins. And I started swimming there, and I started really working on my swimming, and I was living in Kingston, and I did a race that summer in Muskoka. And I didn't take it very seriously. I kind of went up, and I just was kind of goofing around and didn't take it very seriously. And on the drive home, my dad didn't say a word. And I got home, and my dad said, I think you need to go to Ottawa. And I moved here with Brandon Hollywood, who I'm sure you all know his dad, Rudy. And he said, you boys need to get serious about this. And it was great, because the message wasn't that I'm disappointed that you didn't do well. It wasn't that. It was that I'm disappointed that you didn't apply yourself like you said you were going to. And it was a great lesson. At the time, I was quite mad at Dad for doing that to me, sending me off to Ottawa. But when I look back on it, it was great. He wasn't, like I said, he wasn't saying it wasn't because you didn't win. It was because you were goofing around, and you say you want to take this as a career and do this seriously, and yet you didn't take a race. You didn't apply yourself properly to it. And so that was a real turning point for me in terms of not getting to races. I used to get to races, and I'd have my little training log, and I would find myself writing down the things I was going to do better next time. And this was before the race. And so that was kind of the epiphany of, like, I can't get to another race thinking what should I have done. I want to get to races thinking, being able to check off the whole list. And that made a big difference.